Eileen Gu in major career move after Winter Olympic heroics and more gold medal history. Eileen Gu has more business to attend to in Milan than the 3 medals she recently acquired. The 22-year-old, who won a gold medal in the halfpipe along with 2 other silvers in Milan Cortina, has other reasons for hanging around in Milan. Gu said, "It's Fashion Week in Milan. I have the other job, the other fashion thing. I'm really excited to just explore some other avenues, be creative, and explore my femininity through fashion, which is something I've always loved, and to kind of put that in juxtaposition with skiing and with sports. And I think they coexist so beautifully, and so I hope to represent that next week in Milan." Gu, the most decorated female Olympic freestyle skier ever, has made plenty of headlines due to her decision to represent China over America. Even though she was born and raised in San Francisco, at the age of 15 she decided to represent China, partly due to the next games taking place in Beijing at the time. She said, "The opportunity to help inspire millions of young people where my mom was born, during the 2022 Beijing Olympic Winter Games, is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity." She went on to win 2 Olympic golds and became the poster girl for the country. That decision has led to her finding success well beyond the sporting realm, and now she's up to her eyes in lucrative sponsorship opportunities. In December, Forbes ranked Gu as the 4th highest-paid female athlete for 2025, only trailing tennis players Coco Gauff, Aryna Sabalenka, and Iga Swiatek. Her tennis rivals on that list will have won the vast majority of their fortunes from playing in the major tournaments, but not Gu. Only a tiny amount of her $23.1 million (£17.1 million) income in 2025 came from prize money from her sport, said to be around $100,000 (£74,000). In addition to already being a decorated Olympian and still a student at Stanford University, Gu works as a model and has graced the covers of the Chinese editions of Harper's Bazaar, Elle, Cosmopolitan, GQ, and Vogue. Some of the campaigns she has featured in include Fendi, Gucci, Tiffany & Company, and Louis Vuitton, and she is a founding member of the VS Collective. Gu has also attended some of the biggest fashion events across the globe, including the Met Gala red carpet in 2022 and Paris Fashion Week in 2023. She will be staying in Milan until March 2nd, the city where she made her catwalk debut back in 2023. Eileen Gu's major career move after Winter Olympic heroics, and the golden history still unfolding. When Eileen Gu soared into the Beijing sky in 2022, time seemed to pause. The Winter Olympics have always been a stage for icy precision and split-second miracles, but Gu brought something more, a fusion of audacity, elegance, and global symbolism that redefined what a winter sports hero could look like in the 21st century. Her aerial rotations were physics in motion, her landings, punctuation marks in a story that was only just beginning. Yet the most fascinating twist in her narrative did not happen mid-air. It came after the medals, after the applause, after the history books had begun to carve her name in gold. This is the story of Eileen Gu's major career move after her Winter Olympic heroics, and how she continues to reshape the meaning of greatness. A golden winter that changed everything. At the Beijing Winter Olympics, Eileen Gu didn't just compete, she electrified. Competing in freestyle skiing for China, the American-born athlete captured the world's attention with a performance that blended technical mastery and fearless creativity. She won gold in big air, gold in halfpipe, silver in slopestyle. With those medals, she became one of the most decorated freestyle skiers in a single Winter Olympics, and one of the youngest stars to command global headlines across continents. More than the hardware, it was the way she won that resonated. Her daring final trick in big air, a near-impossible left double cork 1620, wasn't just strategic, it was a declaration. She didn't play it safe. She rewrote the script. That moment cemented her as a generational talent. But it also marked a crossroads. Beyond the podium, the weight of a global identity, Eileen Gu occupies a rare space in modern sports. Born and raised in the United States to a Chinese mother, educated in elite institutions, fluent in multiple cultures, she became a symbol of global possibility. Her decision to represent China sparked conversation, admiration, criticism, and endless debate. But Gu handled the scrutiny with composure far beyond her years. She emphasized connection over division, opportunity over conflict. And perhaps most importantly, she continued to perform. Yet after the Olympic triumph, the question lingered, what next? Many athletes struggle after reaching the summit. The motivation shifts. The spotlight intensifies. The world watches to see if the champion can evolve, or if the gold medal moment was the peak. For Ji, the answer was clear: evolution. The major career move, expanding the definition of an athlete. In the aftermath of her Olympic success, Eileen Ji made a defining decision. She broadened her career beyond competitive skiing, stepping boldly into a multidimensional global platform. 1. Balancing elite sport and elite academia. Shortly after the Games, Ji enrolled at Stanford University, choosing to pursue higher education while maintaining her skiing career. It was a powerful statement. In an era when professional athletes often dedicate every ounce of energy to their sport, Ji chose intellectual expansion alongside physical excellence. She didn't want to be boxed into a single identity. Stanford wasn't a symbolic gesture, it was a commitment. She embraced academic rigor while continuing to train and compete. This dual pursuit signaled a long-term strategy: sustainability, not just spectacle. Her message was subtle but clear. You can be brilliant in more than one arena. 2. From athlete to global brand powerhouse. Eileen Ji didn't simply become marketable, she became transformational in the sports business world. Luxury fashion houses, global athletic brands, and multinational corporations quickly aligned with her image. But unlike many athletes who lend their names to campaigns, Ji cultivated a carefully curated presence. She merged high fashion and high altitude seamlessly, appearing on magazine covers one week and landing 1620s the next. Her career move wasn't just endorsement-driven, it was brand architecture. She positioned herself at the intersection of elite sport, youth culture, luxury fashion, academic excellence, East-West identity. This strategic positioning created longevity beyond medals. She was no longer just a skier. She was a movement. 3. Championing women in sport. Another dimension of Gu's post-Olympic trajectory has been advocacy. Freestyle skiing, especially women's big air, has historically fought for visibility, funding, and equal recognition. By dominating at the highest level and maintaining global relevance, Ji elevated the entire discipline. Young girls watching the Olympics didn't just see an athlete, they saw a fearless competitor who embraced power, intelligence, and femininity without compromise. She proved that technical aggression and elegance could coexist. That women's freestyle skiing wasn't a sideshow, it was headline material. And that cultural complexity was strength, not confusion. Writing more gold into history. If her Olympic medals were Chapter 1, the subsequent seasons became proof that she was not a one-games wonder. Ji continued to compete in FIS World Cup events and World Championships, stacking podium finishes and demonstrating consistency, the hallmark of true greatness. It is one thing to peak at the Olympics. It is another to maintain dominance across seasons, injuries, expectations, and scrutiny. Her half-pipe performances, in particular, showcased maturity. Smooth amplitude, technical layering, clean execution, she evolved from explosive newcomer to refined technician. Each medal added to her legacy. World Championship titles, X Games gold medals, historic point totals in the World Cup circuit. But beyond statistics, she achieved something rarer: she normalized excellence. When Eileen Ji competes now, gold isn't a surprise, it's a standard. The psychological edge, fearless decision-making. What separates Ji isn't only athletic ability, it's psychological courage. Her Olympic big air final remains a case study in elite mindset. She was already positioned for a medal. She could have played it safe. Instead, she attempted a trick she had never landed in competition. Why? Because champions chase ceilings, not safety nets. That mentality carried into her career decisions. Choosing Stanford. Choosing global positioning. Choosing to manage cultural complexity head-on. Each decision carried risk. But risk is the oxygen of innovation. Ji thrives in it. A blueprint for the modern superstar. In previous generations, athletes were defined by their statistics. Today, influence extends beyond the arena. Eileen Ji represents a new blueprint for what a sports icon can be. She is